Okay, you amazing people. Good to see you. Happy Friday. Big waves to you. Yes, 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 yes. So this morning I see her, we have the Buffy Wallen coming to us live. She's going to kill me for saying this. Maybe not too bad. When she get, so Buffy had a procedure yesterday. Um, and it has got it, she's going to have probably a week or so where she's just recovering from some ankle things, some things going on. So what everybody, we're prayer warriors on this call. So maybe in the comments you tell Buffy Wallen how much you love her. Buffy, speedy recovery, lady. Listen, she doesn't let too much dust settle under her feet, so I can promise you this will be a quick recovery because she's got to get out and moving to make her happy. So, Buffy, we love you. All right, the word for today, going into the day, but before we do, we have a birthday celebration. Leanne Thomas from Canada. Everybody give a big shout out to Leanne. It is her birthday. Now, I can't wait for her to hear our beautiful voices this morning.
Cuz
So, Lee,
you were
yeah,
about 2 seconds too fast because she literally just joined. So you're going to have to repeat that because she would have missed that.
Leanne Thomas, we know it's your birthday this morning, lady. We hope you have the most amazing day ever in Canada. Uh, make everybody spoil you that is around you today. But we're going to sing to you at the end. We can't wait. So, the word for today is skedaddle. Now, Andrea has decided that on Fridays we're picking all of these different words. Let's just say that. So, skedaddle, though, I actually knew that word. So excited about that I actually can pronounce it. But the definition of skedaddle is to run away quickly, to scatter, to leave in a hurry. I think about not for if you're a hunter, if you've ever harvested, things that makes Andrea cringe, okay? Although she eats steaks,
Careful.
so I'm not sure
Careful.
how that what I
Let's
mean, so okay, we're not gonna go there this morning. But here's the thing, skedaddle, the minute I heard this word, you know what I thought of? A covey of quail. Have you do you know anybody that ever quail hunts? Like that goes out, they've got their dogs, they quail hunt. Well, I've been quail hunting before. And you once you find like they come out skedaddling everywhere, like a covey of quail, like they're getting out of there, right? And that's immediately what I thought about is to scatter, to get away, to leave in a hurry. So here's what skedaddle means to me. Like it's that moment when you realize it's time to move. And Alan Schultz, I don't mean move slowly. Let's get out of here, right? Let's get out of here. I had one time where I had a buddy of mine that told me that we were allowed to go on this property to hunt because I used to hunt a lot. And I found out after about an hour of being there that we were not allowed to be on this property to hunt. And it was a very painful learning experience for me. And I needed to leave in a hurry. Okay. So I don't know if you've ever had that moment in your life, maybe as a kid, where you're like, okay, I better get out of here. So it means to move and to move fast, whether it's dodging a situation, hurrying off to the next thing. Skedaddle, what it does is it captures the urgency and motion. Like, get out of here. So, why is it important to talk about this word? Well, because would you all agree that life throws us curveballs? How many of you, well, you don't even have to raise your hand or put it in the comments, but like we just got back from an event in Dallas. There's probably people on here that once you got back from the event, You just felt like there was curveballs thrown at you. Maybe it was before the event, maybe it was during the event, but my point being is life is got a lot of curveballs, right? I see my son on here. He's at my office right now. You know, he's been in football. He's in football. Like it's curveballs because it's thrown him out of the routine he was in 3 months ago. So that's life. Sometimes situations, I got to realize that sticking around isn't the smartest choice. I'll tell you where I want to skedaddle in my life is when I'm surrounded by people that put me in a bad place mentally. You ever been around those people? Don't call out their names in the comments, please. It might be a family member that you're like, you know what? I got to be around them very little because they really put me in a bad place mentally. So I got to skedaddle out of those situations, right? But I can't avoid them. They're family, right? I have to see them just sparingly. Just saying. Anyway, um, here's why skedaddling from situations is so important because it protects your time. Have you ever gotten on the phone with someone for an hour that's just, I'm pointing the finger to myself. I can be this way some negative, negative, nothing's right, nothing's right, nothing's working. Everybody's against them. And like an hour after it, you feel like a ton of bricks have been laid on your shoulders and they've almost pancaked you on the ground with all of their words. Skedaddle, right? You got to take those calls and they got to be limited. Like you can't take them all day long because mentally it will put you in a tough spot. So you got to protect your time. You got to protect your energy. We've got to protect our peace of mind. It's not always about running from something. It can also mean running towards something. So what I mean by that, I'm gonna turn it to Andrea, is a lot of times skedaddle might be, I'm moving from this situation that doesn't serve me mentally to quickly run towards a place that does serve me mentally, that does serve my time, that does serve my energy. Because at the end of the day, I have to protect me so that I can go out into the world and be more value to the world because I've set myself up for that mental game of strength, right? So, Andrea, I'll turn it to you. Good words, skedaddle.
Well, this
Love it.
was a fun one. And just so you guys know, I am a child at heart, in spirit, no longer in body, but I like the fun, silly words. So I'm running with them. I know, Marlene, you sent it to us just to be silly, and I'm like, heck, I like silly. So I am enjoying this, and I think we all should be grateful that I'm focusing on doing this silly word only on Friday instead of trying to do silly words every day of the week. So with that, quote that I found was sometimes you just gotta skedaddle away from the noise so you can hear your own clarity. And I thought that was kind of fun. That was a fun way to put it. And when I hear the word skedaddle, I think of the word pip. And I don't know. One day we might have to use the word pip because I don't actually know the true definition of that. But I always tell the kids we got to pip up, like we got to hurry. If I want somebody to go away, I tell them to pip out, like get out of there. And so if we're just trying to scurry through, we got to pip, pip, pip. So I still feel like skedaddle is kind of the same thing where we just got to get moving. We just got to get hopping. So let's go skedaddle. So what I looked into was, okay, well, how? How do we do this? Well, first of all, I have got to know when to leave. So I don't want to waste time in places or habits or with people that drain me. Anybody else kind of get into some things where you think, I don't think that this activity is actually serving me, but I'm still like it's part, is this just me that it's like part of my regimen, so I just keep it up even though it's no longer serving me. And that's really not the best idea. So I can skedaddle out of those habits that are no longer aligning with who I am or who I want to be. Next, I have to have an exit plan, whether it's a tough meeting or that bad habit, I've got to decide how. How am I going to step out of this place? How am I going to create a little bit of distance between me and maybe that person that is a little bit negative, or between me and that activity that I'm doing that's not serving me? Like, what are the action items I can take in order to step out of that space? Three, and this one I might have to repeat twice for me, but don't overthink. Anybody else like slow yourself down all the time because you've got to analyze it. What would I say, coach? I got to ask a few clarifying questions. Like I've got to overthink really everything, most things. And sometimes quick action is a lot better than just sitting there in indecision. Actually, I'm going to change that to say always action is going to be better than sitting in indecision. So take this skedaddle, take that step, do that thing, and then we can course correct later if we need to. Um, Four is skedaddle towards growth. So run to the gym, right? Run to new opportunities, run to those uplifting friends and family and partners that make you feel better, that make you want to strive and be better. Skedaddle towards those things, move towards those things that pull us in and make us a better person. And then lastly, keep it light. Sometimes a good old skedaddle is just getting out of the house, going for a little walk, maybe just doing those small little things that just make us feel a little bit better when we are kind of done being an adult for a moment. You ever had those days where you're like, okay, my stress ratio, right? Like we're all going to have stress. That's the human condition. We're all going to have stressors in our life, but sometimes we can get to a place where our stress is like getting a little bit too much and we can just go skedaddle, go take a walk, skip around the neighborhood, go listen to some birdies and release some of that stress as you're moving forward. So I love this one, Marlene. Thanks for the silly words. And guys, keep your words coming. Silly words, good words. Some of you really want to send me vocabulary words. Like these are the hardest words that I have to look up and how to pronounce and no clue what they mean. So be gentle in your word choices, but we'll try those too. But can't wait for the rest of today. And thanks for the great word.
Yeah, and I got to say something. I got because you mentioned myself. How many of you have people in your life? So here's Andrea. I'm kind of one of those ready, shoot, aim. Let's go, let's go. And she'll stop me and say, "So I need to ask some clarifying questions." And I'm like, "No, I'm ready to go 100 miles an hour." Like, is anybody out there like me? Like you're just, and then you, it's always good to have somebody besides you, like that actually can ask the clarifying questions, right? So, all right, I just wanted to clarify that. All right, Leanne Thomas, this is for you, lady. We hope you have the most amazing day ever in Canada. Happy birthday, lady. Here we go. Happy
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 birthday
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 to
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 you.
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 Happy
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 birthday
birthday
to
to
birthday.
Happy
you.
birthday.
you.
Happy
Happy
birthday,
birthday,
dear
dear
Happy
Leanne.
Leanne.
birthday to
Happy
Happy
birthday.
you.
Happy
birthday
Birthday
to
birthday.
to
you.
you.
Leanne. Have a great
Love
day.
you
Happy
Happy
more.
birthday,
Thank you, everybody.
Leanne.
Happy
Love you,
birthday,
Thank
lady.
you.
Leanne.
Have a
Have
great
Love you
a
guys.
Blessed
great
weekend,
weekend.
everybody.
Thank you so
weekend.
See you
much.
tomorrow.
Amazing.
Guys, have a great
Amazing,
weekend.
Great
guys.
word. You
Everyone.
Thank y'all.
too.
Love you guys.
Love you guys. See you back next week.
Love y'all.
Love you.